fought the fight, breaking down the walls in the dead of night. I don't come for peace, I come for the storm. Fanboys melt quick when the truth gets warm. Saw content's high, I'm collecting those tears. Just got started, but I'm cutting through fears. I'm not here for brand deals, I'm not for sale. I expose your lies, rip off the veil.
Well folks, the sales are in and the fanboys are saying we're just haters for speaking out against this trash and the game is selling well. Oh yeah, selling so well that we already are getting a price cut for the game. But before we get into this, please hit the like button and the hype button as well. It really helps out small channels like mine to stick it to the greedy corpos and the simple-minded fanboys. Let's talk about what's really going on here because I'm tired of the gaslighting. I'm tired of the positivity and I'm tired of people pretending that numbers on a chart automatically mean quality. Pokemon Legends ZA might have pulled 5.8 million sales in the first week, but when you peel back that shiny surface, you start to see the cracks forming underneath. Everyone's screaming it's a success, but nobody wants to admit that this is the weakest mainline Pokemon launch in 7 years. 7 years of decline, 7 years of doing the bare minimum, and 7 years of fans defending mediocrity like it's religion. This isn't success, it's the brand coasting on fumes. You look at the numbers from Spain, less than 90,000 copies sold between both Switch systems. That's less than half of what Scarlet and Violet did, and even lower than Legends Arceus. How is that something to celebrate? If this were any other franchise, people would be calling it what it is, a red flag. In Europe, the situation's the same. It debuted at number 1, sure, but it's the smallest Pokemon launch since 2018. That's not a win, that's a warning sign. When your biggest franchise can't even beat its own predecessors, you're not moving forward, you're stalling. And globally, it's the 5th best launch in franchise history. 5th? Imagine bragging about being 5th. Media outlets are twisting that number like it's a badge of honor, when really it's a desperate spin job to keep fans complacent. 5th best launch sounds impressive until you realize that it means 4 other games did it better, and all of them came out before this one. So what does that tell you? It tells you the hype is fading, the trust is eroding, and people are starting to wake up. But instead of having an honest conversation about the state of the franchise, we've got these fanboys foaming at the mouth, crying that anyone who criticizes Game Freak is just a hater. No, we're not haters. We're the ones paying attention. We're the ones looking at how this multi-billion-dollar company keeps pumping out half-finished games, calling them new experiences, and expecting everyone to clap. Legends ZA looks like a PS3 demo. It plays like something built on borrowed time, and yet somehow the fanboys are out here defending it like their lives depend on it. And don't even get me started on the media. These outlets bend over backwards to make sure Pokemon never looks bad. They'll slap a record-breaking headline on anything, even when the record is for the lowest launch since 2018. They'll praise it for being the top seller in Europe without mentioning that Europe's sales were down across the board. It's dishonest. And it's insulting to anyone with basic reading comprehension. This is what happens when the press stops reporting and starts protecting. And then there's the physical sales spin. Everyone's acting like the game sold out purely from demand, when in reality every retailer was bribing people to buy the cartridge. Walmart handing out free pins, Best Buy giving away mats, GameStop tossing in-game items in tote bags. Of course it sold physically. People were buying the merch, not just the game. It's marketing desperation disguised as success, and I'm supposed to believe that's organic? Please. But here's where it gets really embarrassing. The game just came out and it's already being discounted. Not some shady retailer sale, not some clearance rack deal. The official Pokemon Center website is selling it for 15% off, less than 2 weeks after release. Think about that. Do you really think a company that's swimming in profits discounts a product that's flying off the shelves? When it comes to Nintendo, absolutely not. They're doing it because they printed too many copies. They thought hype alone would carry this game and it didn't. This is panic control disguised as generosity. Remember, this is the same company that keeps almost games that are a decade old at still full price. And the defenders will say, oh, but it's still selling millions. Yeah, and that's the problem. It keeps selling because fans can't say no. They'll buy it just to take screenshots, post selfies with their Pokemon, and pretend everything's fine. The game could come out running on a toaster and people would still buy it just to take pictures of Bulbasaur. They don't care that the environments are barren, that the performance is awful, that the story is lifeless. They just want their comfort hit. And that's why the franchise keeps getting away with this. We're living in a time where the bar is buried deep underground and somehow fans are proud of it. Look at what Pokemon used to be. Imagination, exploration, creativity. Now it's just rush models, recycled animations, and lazy excuses. They've got the money, they've got the manpower, but they refuse to put in the effort. Every single time, the same routine. Release a broken game, promise patches, ignore criticism, and wait for the next generation of loyalists to defend it. And the truth is right there in the data. Interest is dropping in the US, Google searches, social media engagement, pre-orders, everything's down. Japan's carrying the hype alone. But the Western market, the one that used to carry Pokemon's global success, is losing interest. That's not hate, that's exhaustion. Fans are burned out on mediocrity being sold at premium prices. People are tired of paying $70 for games that feel unfinished. But what does Nintendo do? Nothing. What does Game Freak do? Nothing. They sit back, rake in the cash, and treat the audience like they are too dumb to notice. They'll discount the game, call it a special promotion, then release the DLC 6 months later to squeeze a few more bucks out of everyone who didn't learn their lesson. And if you say anything about it, suddenly you're the villain. You're the grifter, the hater, the toxic one. This isn't about hate, it's about accountability. It's about the fact that the world's most valuable media franchise keeps getting away with mediocrity because the fanbase refuses to demand better. Pokemon should be setting the standards, not barely meeting them. And the fact that anyone can look at Legend ZA with its bland world and janky performance and say this is fine shows how far expectations have fallen. It's not enough to sell millions anymore. Sales don't mean satisfaction. Ask anyone who bought the game if it felt worth full price. Ask them if it delivers something new. Most people won't even finish it. They'll just say it's okay and move on, waiting for the next release. That's not passion. That's apathy disguised as loyalty. And the longer we keep pretending this is normal, the worse it's going to get. So yeah, Pokemon Legends ZA is successful on paper, but in reality, it's a symptom of a franchise that's lost its spark. It's a company milking nostalgia until the well runs dry. And when that day comes, when fans finally stop pretending this is acceptable, the same people defending this trash will be the ones asking what went wrong. We all know, we've been saying it for years. Until the Pokemon company starts respecting its audience again, until they stop treating creativity like an afterthought, until they stop rushing games out to meet fiscal demands, nothing will change. And as long as the fanboys keep defending it, the decline will continue. They keep calling it a success while the series rots from the inside. So yeah, go ahead and call me a hater. Say I'm negative, say I'm bitter, but the truth doesn't care about your feelings. The numbers don't lie. The interest is dropping, the sales are softening, the discounts are rolling in, and the illusion is cracking. Pokemon is no longer untouchable. It's just another franchise running on borrowed time. And the sooner people admit that, the sooner we might actually see the series evolve again. Because right now, it's not legendary, it's lazy. And that's it for the video. If you truly enjoyed it, do me a favor and hit the like button, hit the hype button, share it around, and make sure you're subscribed. I post a long video every day, and I also go live Monday morning at 5 a.m. Pacific time, where I react to the saltiest fanboys around. And also, make sure you subscribe because I'm really trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I really need your help. If you really want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. It's only $1 a month. You'll get special badges, custom emotes, and of course your name shouted at the end of every video. And once that list gets too long, don't worry, I will turn it into a full-on credit roll so everybody gets their chance to shine. Also, don't forget to check out the merch if you want to rep the Vigilante Fire. And as always, until next time guys, stay vigilant. And now it's time to read off the members of the channel. We got Koros Objective, Maximilian Pegasus 88, Mad Fox 94, Dr. Downvote, Oh No is Justin, Brian Payne, Andy Ritz, J Wesby 65, C-Stars Piplup, Maximus 2400, Geezer Noob, Dustin 360, That PlayStation Gamer, Stephen Ramey, Matthew Buckley, Blue Moon, John Marr, Baron Grod, Kawabi Asari, It's Josephus, Gundam Hufflepuff, Johnny Bones Jones, Angel Black, The One and Only Groot, Female Goku, Powerman UK, Thomas Hopkins Jr., Alyssa D. Lawless, James Rowe, Mario123, Kasaria, Shane's World, Renee, Dragon Knight Dragonborn, Torny the Witch Lord, Vicious Jaybird, Crippled Gamer, Blast1314, and General Ryu Haka. Thank you so much for becoming part of the crew.
You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're huddling